Today on More Brothers Music Reviews, we're taking a look at the 0 Point from Catalinbread. This is a vintage studio style flanger that is somewhat of an anomaly in the guitar effects world, and to really show why, we kind of have to have a brief history lesson. So originally how flange came to be was no one actually knows who started it, but the method was a little unique. You would actually take two tape reels of whatever piece you wanted to have the effect on, run them synchronized together, and then to initiate the effect, you would actually press down your thumb on the flange of one of the tape reels, and this would actually slow it down and put it out of sync from the other reel. And that would create this crazy comb filtering effect that became known as flanging. Now, using this dual tape reel method to generate this tone or effect in the studio is all well and good, but it's frankly impossible to do live on stage. Trying to get two tape reels to sync up, having your roadie stick his thumb on the reel to create the effect, I mean, who are you, The Edge? So what guitar effects manufacturers started to do was they would actually make a very similar effect, but instead of using two tape reels, they would use a simple analog circuit, and one of the signals would actually be put in and out of phase based on an LFO, or low frequency oscillator. Now, using this method actually worked quite well. It allows you to get the effect, not have to worry about having your hands on it, fit into a little box. But it kind of lost something. The wild nature of the original tape flange, just swirling unpredictably and coming in and out like a weird acid flashback. So what Catalinbread has done is they have made a knobless little box that's almost bigger on the inside. Inside here are two virtual tape reels synced up, complete with their own wow, flutter, and subtle tape compression. Now these will run in sync with a little bit of adjustment, which creates a subtle comb filtering effect. So even when you're not engaging the pedal, it still changes the sound a bit. Now this momentary switch here acts as your virtual thumb to press down on one of the tape reels, slowing it down, putting it out of sync. As soon as you release it, it'll sync back up. Pretty simple, on, off, and let her rip. This pedal is also able to run on both 9 and 18 volts, which will subtly change the character of the flanging effect itself, as well as an internal trim pot that allows you to adjust the gain to your taste. So let's take a trip back in time and listen to some old school flanging. All right, let's start you off with some clean tones. First off, here's just the bass amp. Throwing in the 0 Point. Notice the subtle comb filtering effect even when I'm not engaging the pedal. Actually, throwing the momentary switch on and off. Has a nice gradual whooshing in and out of phase. Now if you actually throw some dirt in front of it, just hear what the plexi sounds like on its own. With the 0 Point. Not bad. You can see it's much more pronounced when you actually have gain running into it. Increase the gain a little bit more, it gets even more. Throw a fuzz pedal in front of it and you get some pretty heavy stuff. there's actually a hidden second mode inside the 0 point, which actually becomes the mode that gives it its namesake. So the original tape flanging, you could actually go to through 0 to the point where actually both signals cancel each other out. In the standard boot up mode, it is in what they call additive mode. So both signals are in phase, they never cancel each other out. But if you unplug it and hold down the momentary switch while you plug it back in, you'll notice that now the LED is red, and that is in subtractive mode. So this allows it to go all the way to canceling each other out. And it's gone. So that's the 0 point from Catalinbread. Studio style flange for the masses. It's about time.